Planning a trip to Switzerland in December and you're looking for winter wonderland everywhere where all the lifts are open and it's just a great time. That's a fair expectation, right? Wrong. In this video, I'll tell you everything you need to know and more because this is Switzerland Insider. My name is Greg. I'm Swiss.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Thinking December in Switzerland means instant winter wonderland? Not really. December moves Switzerland from the end of autumn into proper winter, but it doesn't happen on the first of the month. In the lowlands, the first 2 weeks can still look a bit flat. Many days stay grey, especially in the Midlands, where fog sits over the lakes and the valleys for hours. Snow in the cities is rare too. People imagine Zurich or Bern covered in white in December, but honestly, I can't remember the last time we had a real white Christmas here. In the mountains, things look different. Higher areas like Zermatt and the Jungfrau Region are ahead of the curve. They usually have reliable snow at the top from the beginning of the month already, and crews work hard preparing slopes for the Christmas rush. And each week, more terrains and slopes open up. Now still, valley floors can stay brown or grey, so that the classic picture book winter usually kicks in only a bit later. By the time you reach the middle of December, the Alps look much more like winter everywhere. This is also the time when the first real cold fronts roll in, and these can bring heavy snowfalls to the higher regions. The sun rises late and the sun sets usually earlier and the sun sits lower as well all day. So it almost feels like the day ends right after lunch sometimes. But if you catch a day with sun above the fog, the light is beautiful and the views are fantastic. For packing, think full winter. Warm layers, a thick jacket, waterproof boots and something for icy paths, okay? Gloves and a hat make a huge difference up in the mountains, and bring sunglasses as well. December lights might be weak in the cities, but it reflects strongly on the snow at the higher altitude. December can be a bit confusing because what's open depends a lot on timing. In the mountains, the first part of the month still shows a few traces of the autumn break. Some hotels open later, the restaurants naturally follow along, and certain lifts run on limited schedules or are closed altogether. But then high-altitude places like Zermatt or the Jungfrau region run more consistently, so you'll always find something to do, even in these quieter weeks. In the cities, everything stays open as usual until Christmas. Shops, museums, cafes, and the public transport all run normally, and the Christmas markets operate for several weeks also. Now, the surprising part for many visitors is that most of these Christmas markets actually close down before Christmas. After the 24th of December, the cities suddenly go quiet because people spend time with family or head to the mountains. Now, in Switzerland, we do not have a classic Santa Claus for Christmas. We have Saint Nicholas, or as we, with our lazy way of talking, swallowed his name to something like Sammy Claus. And he's coming on the 6th of December, and is mainly for the kids. Then, we don't celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day either, but on Christmas Eve. And because Santa Claus is busy elsewhere, we have Christkindli, a baby angel or baby Jesus that is delivering all the presents to us. And actually Christkindli in itself is a present for you because you have Chuchikästli, which is a tongue twister, but if you want to make it more Christmassy, you go Christkindli. So, while Christmas Eve in Swiss manner is a normal working day, you'll see many people actually working until around 5 p.m., then logging off and celebrating Christmas at home an hour later. From then on, including the 25th and the 26th, everything is closed, including many restaurants. So, I recommend you select and reserve your tables in advance to not having to live off of train station sandwiches for these 2 days. December in Switzerland is also about Christmas markets. In the cities, these markets run for several weeks. They're easy to reach and locals usually walk through them after work. Then grab something warm to eat and enjoy the lights around without rushing. Now in the mountains, the picture is a bit different. You get snow, which adds to the feeling, but the markets are often tiny. Many villagers run theirs for maybe just a weekend or even a single day. That is because in these touristy regions, there's only a handful of locals, and because of the shoulder season still, travelers are a bit rare too. December in Switzerland is both the cheapest and the most expensive winter month to travel. And here's why. Now, December has two very different price levels. In the first half of the month, you can still find good deals, especially in the cities and in mountain areas that haven't switched fully into winter mode. Now, this changes fast once mid-December arrives. As soon as the ski seasons open up, and the accommodation in the Alps actually becomes really expensive really quickly. And the Christmas weeks is one of the most popular times in the entire year. Many hotels and apartments are booked long before winter even starts. If you're looking for something only a month or two out, you'll often find what was left over, and either the very expensive options or the ones that nobody wanted. Now cities stay more flexible. Christmas markets attract visitors, but the demand is sort of spread out. So you'll have choices unless you plan to stay right over the holidays. If you're heading to the mountains between Christmas and New Year, booking early makes a huge difference. This is the week when the last minute planning actually doesn't really work anymore. Now let me tell you the way I would travel Switzerland in December. I'd actually see the month in two parts. The first half still feels quieter, so I'd start with places that don't depend on every ski lift to being open. Okay, Lucerne is perfect for this, for example. You can walk the old town, spend time by the lake, and head up to Mount Rigi or Mount Pilatus. Both run through December, and on a clear day, you can lift yourself right above the fog. For more snow, I would move to the regions that already have stable winter conditions. The Jungfrau area or Zermatt are a great choice for that. There, I try skiing, sledging, and walking in the snow. And I'd sell myself the expense of the Jungfrau Joch, for example, because I have snow the minute I'd step out of my hotel. Or I would choose to stay for Christmas. It's maybe the most beautiful time of the year in the mountains because of the mood. But I would be fully aware that the full-on winter is yet to come. Now, if you're looking for the real winter wonderland, then subscribe to this channel and wait for my January video. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon around in Switzerland. Bis bald und tschüss.